I actually originally started at Texas A&M, and I got very sick during college, and I was traveling back and forth to Houston quite a bit for doctor appointments and things like that. I needed to stay in Houston full time, and it was the best decision I ever made, ending up at Houston, since that's where Philip and I met, and it's been such a huge part of my life.
Only way for me to get to college was scholarship. I was able to get a scholarship at University of Mary Hardin Baylor. Played there 2 years and had an opportunity to play University of Houston the following year, and that's how I ended up here.
Most of my time on campus during college was spent with my sorority, and that's actually how Philip and I met. My sorority had a mixer with the baseball team.
She graduated in '93. I graduated in '94. I got a job in September, got married in October.
We ended up in Sugar Land, and then about 7 years ago, going on 8 years now, we moved to Austin.
I started in the mortgage business and still doing it today, and spent a good majority of my career, 17 years with Wells Fargo, and then have been with some smaller startups here recently.
After I graduated, I started working at a mutual fund company in the customer service department, and after we'd been married about 3 years, we had our first child, and I was lucky enough to stay home with them for about 13 years. And at that point, I went back to work part-time for the Red Cross here in Houston, doing special events for them. I work for another organization in Austin now, a nonprofit called Wonders and Worries.
You know, we really wanted to stay involved. The Austin Alumni Group was struggling, I think, a bit at the time. There was an opportunity to recharge the group. It's pretty exciting and fun, and definitely gets us connected to people we would not have normally connected with.
The Alumni Group in Austin does so many things other than watch parties. We do a lot of volunteer organization, time with volunteering. A session at the Austin Food Bank, we take care of helping out there. For several years now, we participate in Wreaths Across America. We're also trying to make an impact in the city of Austin as Cougars.
Being in Austin, one of the big areas that we focused on was legislative advocacy. I enjoy volunteering because I enjoy doing things for other people. Certainly enjoy doing things for Leslie. I get more benefit out of helping others just because it makes me feel good.
I really enjoy volunteering for several different reasons. The first and foremost, obviously, is to help others. The university couldn't do what it does without people behind the scenes helping. I also love volunteering to teach my children that that's just what you really need to be doing. We are so excited to be honored by the University of Houston. We feel such a connection to the school. We're just so honored and very humbled.
Very excited. It means a lot.
It is my honor, along with my wife Melanie, to present Leslie and Philip with their medallions. Ladies and gentlemen, Leslie and Philip Schulze.
Wow. So I had my notes originally on a cocktail napkin, and so Mike thought this would be the briefest one, and I have to make up some ground, right? Garnet, kind of, but I'll make up some ground for sure. But to say we're shocked and humbled by the honor is an understatement. Never expected anything like this, and frankly, as you can tell, makes us both a little uncomfortable. But we first want to thank fellow award winners tonight. To be recognized with this year's group and the winners. Throughout the years, when I first saw the list from Nancy, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So, big names, just in the city of Houston, in the state legislature, sports legends, all fans that I admired growing up. I do want to thank Mike and University of Houston Alumni Association. Special thanks to Joe Rera. I know he's moved on to another spot on campus, but Joe has definitely helped Mike twist my arm a little bit to take over the Austin chapter Kendra, Kirsten, Beth, all the support in helping relaunch. The end of the efforts there in Austin, very much appreciate it. And I couldn't stand up here without thanking Nancy as well. She helped keep me in line, and Leslie knows it's pretty tough to keep me in line. But Nancy, thank you. Between tonight and everything leading up to it, and then every other year with Day at the Capitol and the things that we do there, very much thank you for the support there. Next up, Mike Paday. When we moved to Austin about 8 years ago, Leslie and I wanted to stay connected to U of H, the campus, the community. And after a couple of years, Mike voluntold me to, hey, I've got this opportunity. And I begged to ask for a show of hands, but how many people in the room has Mike voluntold you to ask you to do something? Because, and I'm glad he did. It really has been good for me and good for us and our soul, and just trying to give back and do things. And really, kind of like we said on the video, meet people we normally would not have met otherwise. So definitely appreciate Mike, class act, amazing ambassador for the university, and wouldn't be surprised one day when we get back on campus to see a statue of him somewhere. So maybe in the red tux. All right, so page 2 of 10. So we do want to thank Mike and Melanie, lifelong friends. Again, we've raised our kids together. Definitely two people that we love, and great examples of, what it means to be a Cougar. I want to thank Sylvia and John Brogdon, who are here tonight. They're on our Austin board, and provide a ton of support and showing up and just jumping in and helping out wherever they can. Dr. Couture, I top 50. I'm maybe top 25. I know we got to get to 50, but man, I'm a competitor. Played baseball at the university, but I like the top 50, but let's keep going there for sure. The transformation that you've made in the 14 years is remarkable, and I think I know I speak for everyone here that thank you is not enough for what you've done. Special thanks to Coach Todd Whitting, current baseball coach at University of Houston. So he takes credit, and rightfully so, for coordinating Leslie and I meeting it's 92, so February 23rd, 1992. Her sorority had a mixer with the baseball team, and Todd was the social chair of the baseball team. So we met at Dirty's that night. For those who'd been around, we met at Dirty's, went dancing at Wild West after that, and 28 years later, I guess this October. So a lot of good memories there for sure. I do want to thank Leslie and her support. She not only gives me a ton of support, but keeping our kids in line, keeping me in line, definitely full-time job, on top of her full-time job. So Grace and Quentin couldn't be here tonight because they're out making their own memories at school. So that's good. And finally, so we need your help. So many of you here have friends and family in Austin. Help get the word out. We're growing. We continue to grow. Every other year, legislative year, we try and give back and do a lot of great things, around Day at the Capitol and things like that. So we want to continue to make a difference in Austin. and we couldn't do it without you. So if you are in Austin, be sure and look us up. Thanks again, and go Cougs.